I had a few really interesting rounds. I had a Delver mirror that was particularly weird. The whole round felt surreal. I was playing Spectral Flight as a shock, and then knowing that he would probably answer it, and he revokes it the next turn, and then 2 turns later, like, I win because I shocked my opponent with a Spectral Flight. Like, put it on an already flipped Delver, like, not even giving anything evasion, just hit you for 2, and that was good enough. I think I had mono tough matchups. Most of my I played against mono competent opponents with mono good decks. So it was like I didn't really catch a break. There weren't really many mulligans in general. Most of my matchups went to 3 games. It was very hard. When I was playing my win-in round, I made a punt where my opponent had a Sorin at 6 and a Liliana at 1. And I had a token and a Geist, and he just popped his Sorin and killed my token and his own Liliana to reset it to edict me, which is a play I didn't even know you could target your own planeswalkers with Sorin. It was crazy. I don't think most players would have seen this play, but my opponent was a sicko, just like all of them. MVP, Spectral Flight out of Delver was very good. Consecrated Sphinx, I played one in the main deck, and that was also very strong for me. Because with Gitaxian Probe, both of those cards benefit from Gitaxian Probe because you know when the card is good or not. You know when they've used their last Doomblade or their Vapor Snag or whatever, and you can just cast it without any fear of reprisal. Unlike with a control deck where you might have to wait until you have 9 mana so you can play it around Mana Leak. So it was very strong for me. In Legacy, Forked Bolt was absurd. It killed a lot of Lingering Souls tokens. And Nimble Mongoose. I'm changing my MVP. Nimble Mongoose was definitely better than Forked Bolt. The card is just consistently great for me. I play it on turn 3 or 4, and then it slowly just kills them as I waste them to death. It's good. I mean, it always feels great to top 8 a tournament. Especially these really high pressure, like I said, mono-competent opponent. So there's just this stress every round of like you can't give an inch because if you do, then they have their opening and they'll just win the match. And when I won my winning in, like it was one of those moments where you just like sit back in your chair and you feel the tension kind of flood out of you all at once, and you just get kind of giddy and lightheaded, and it feels wonderful. I probably would have played Nick Fit in the Legacy portion. When I just top 8'd the Legacy Grand Prix with the same rug deck, but there I was like certain it was the best deck. Right now I think it's one of the best decks. People are more prepared for it. They've played against it more, and they know my list. So. I ended up only beating. I went 1-1 in the mirror, and then I beat 5 Stoneblade decks in the Legacy portion, and that's just not good enough. Like only beating Stoneblade is not really good enough for this sort of tournament. I should have brought something that could beat all of the fair decks. I was lucky. I only had to play Maverick once. The same thing I do with all my prize money. I would pay my bills, pay off my splits, and then put the rest towards the next tournament.